Yo, welcome to the Vibe Provider podcast. I'm your host, Caitlin, and we got a good one for you today. Last week, I did my hot takes, and this week's topic is your hot takes. So, friends, listeners, I did a little question bubble on Instagram and asked you what your hot takes were, and you guys delivered. They're pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. But before we get into the topic, we always do life update, current hyperfixation, all the things. So, life update. So, I'm actually having a really good day today. I kind of had like a few crummy days, and for why, I don't know. But I just was like not vibing. So, thank goodness we're vibing today for the Vibe Provider podcast episode because actually I do know why I was having a couple crummy days. So, Kala sent me this book to listen to. It's called ADHD 2.0, and some doctors have written it. I'm not that far in. I think I'm like 50 minutes in, but they had already covered something like someone with ADHD like hates being bored. And they like listed a bunch of reasons and like how they feel when they're bored. And I think I had like a couple of days of being bored and it was like misery. But I also couldn't think of like what I would want to do. So being bored actually put me in a bad mood for like 2-3 days. Kalak is fine being bored. He can be bored. I can't. And so I was just like in a mood. I was like on edge. I just was not vibing, everyone. So I do know why I had a couple of days where I was just like being crazy, and it was because I was bored. And how awesome that I was like listening to that book, and they like talked about people with ADHD like being bored and like how they like how it affects them, and it's like honestly validating. So I just can't let myself be bored. But don't get me wrong, I like love rotting. I love to rot. So it was just weird. I was like, I should be enjoying like not having anything to do, but I was not enjoying it. It was very weird. Anyways, we're back. We are back. But I'm having a really good day. It's really nice out. It's really beautiful. It's hot in Utah right now, which is just, I think I said that last week. I was like, are we supposed to be in the 90s in June already? Like it's the beginning of June and we are hot. But yeah, it's warm. But Kala brought me lunch and a drink and a cookie today, and I was like, what in the world? That is so nice. Like he did all the things. So it was really nice. I like gestures like that. Where like, I mean, I did tell him, I was like, yeah, you should give me lunch. But the fact that he brought me a drink and a cookie, and like he had to go to 2 different places for that. So it just made me feel loved. So that's cool. Love that for me. But I also, after coming off of a weekend where I was like not vibing, I have something fun this weekend. I'm going to Bear Lake with 2 of my cousins. They are siblings, and their families are going to be there. And one of my cousins has a boat, and we are just going to be having the best time of our lives. So we're staying at an Airbnb in Bear Lake, and we are gonna go to the lake every day and like play in the sand and go on the boat and just have the best couple of lake days ever. And we'll probably like hang out in the evenings and play games and make dinners. And Bear Lake's actually known for raspberry shakes in the summer, so we'll probably go get some raspberry shakes. I'm really excited. I'm really looking forward to this. So boating is like my very favorite thing, and then like the company that I'll be around too is just top notch. So it is going to be a really good weekend. I'm really excited, but my cousin isn't feeling very well, so I'm hoping she starts to feel better. She has been looking forward to it also. So that's like my life update. But my current hyperfixation, the last couple of weeks, I told you it was these Reef sandals, and they were like cushion type slides, and they're like a little bit platform. Anyways, I said I would update you if I bought them. Well, here's your update. I bought them. I cannot wait. I got the hydrangea color. They're like a light blue, super pretty. I'm very excited. I think they're gonna be so cute with everything, and they're very comfortable, and so I'm excited. So I just cannot wait till they get here. I said this a couple episodes ago, I've been really good at not spending lately. So I got some Amazon shirts that I told you about a couple episodes ago, and then I got these sandals. And so far, I got one of the shirts from Amazon. Love it. Already have worn it a few times. The other two shirts should come tomorrow, actually. And then my reef sandals should come shortly too. So I got 3 shirts and 1 pair of sandals so far this summer. Well, so far, like, as in haven't been shopping. So far I like my things. I wish I could be spending more though, because I feel not cute in the summer. It's so hot, and I'm like trying to wear like cute stuff and shorts, but like I can't find shorts long enough for me. I'm wearing some like what are these called? Sweatpants shorts right now. If you're watching the YouTube channel, then like you'll see, but they're like nothing crazy. I just like some girls kill it, and I'm just like I'm not a kill it kind of girl in the summer because I be hot and I hate being hot. And I wear like oversized shirts and biker shorts for everything. But like after a while, you're like, okay, is it killing like it should? Am I slaying like I should? You know? Anyways, so I did get the sandals, but I actually have new current hyperfixations to tell you about. Number 1, I want to buy a 10-foot blow up pool from Sam's Club. I think it'd be fun, like, when I have nothing going on to, like, go get a floaty and just, like, float in it, even though it's, like, probably to my shin. But I love to float. I love to float. And so I'm like, if I get a little pool and I fill it up and I get a little floaty and I float, I'll probably be loving life. So I've been thinking about going and getting that. Number 2, Bomba socks. Specifically, the short crew ones, I typically always wear them. There's like white ribbed, like short crew socks. They kind of go up above your ankle, but they're not like super tall like Nike socks. Actually, Nike has some shorter crew socks. Anyways, Bombas are supposed to be amazing. They're supposed to have like a lifetime warranty, but don't quote me on that because I really don't know. I haven't like done super research, but I really just like want to get Bomba socks and just wear those forever. I love a good sock. I will say socks are my thing. Socks are my jam. So I'd love to try them, but they are pricey. Oh, okay. Another thing that I'm like kind of hyper fixated on that I would love to go buy is this. It's called like, well, on TikTok, people are calling it like the sunburnt blush. And you put it like on areas where like you'd get sunburnt and it like makes you like cute and summery looking. But I don't really want to get sunburned because my brother's a dermatologist and like he's made me scared of the sun. So I'd be wearing my SPF, but it'd be cute to like get that blush and be like, oh look, I'm like a little bit sun-kissed, whatever. So I've like been thinking about that. And then Selena Carpenter's new song, Please Please Please. I cannot stop. So good. That she's like slaying. Like, is she gonna be like a mega superstar soon? Because I feel like she already is, and she's like killing it. And then my last thing that I feel like I'm hyper fixated on is planning a camping trip. I said in my episode before this, so episode 26, that I am like having FOMO for summer. Like I should be doing things. Like I'm starting to get like anxious that I'm like missing out on summer and like it's going to be over before I know it. And am I going to do the things that I wanted to do? Anyway, so camping is kind of like falling under that where I'm like, I need to get a camp trip in. I need to plan it, whatever. It's just hard to get like people's schedules together because it's like me and Claude can go camping by ourselves, but then it's like, what? I love having like our family come with us or whatever. But I don't have one on the calendar yet and it's stressing me out. So maybe I'll do that today, get that on the calendar because I feel like if I at least go camping and I look back on summer, I'm like, oh, I went camping, you know? Dang, I kind of like, am I getting quick? Was that a quick life update hyperfixation or no? I don't know. Cause I like, Time flies when I'm just yapping. But we're already on to topic time. And I've been thinking to myself, do I read these and like not say my 2 cents? Or do I read them and be yapping about it? Because these are not my hot takes. But some I agree with, some I don't agree with, all these things. So I'm just curious what I should do. But as of right now, live on the podcast, I will maybe put my little 2 cents in there because it's my podcast. So sorry about it. Okay, so the topic today is your hot takes. So these are like friends and listeners of the Vibe Provider podcast. So yeah, I'm going to read these and LOL, I'm going to say something about it if I feel so inclined. Starting strong with number 1, Taylor Swift is overhyped. I don't know how I feel about that. Because I can like get that. As like an outsider looking in, I'd be like, what is the hype about? But since I'm in it, I'm like, dude, she's has this like mega crazy tour where she's like doing a great job. And like I've been to the Eras tour and it was amazing. Best concert I've ever gone to and probably will ever go to. And like I don't see it ever being topped. And like her new album is amazing. So like me being a Swiftie, I'm like, I don't get it. But I feel like I can see people who are not like Swifties looking in and be like, what is the big deal? Like I can see it. I'll give you that. Next. Okay, this one. Texas Roadhouse butter isn't as great as people hype it up to be. I don't know no, I do know how I feel about that. Because Texas Roadhouse, I go for the butter and rolls. And then everything else is just like whatever. So, yeah, that was a pretty crazy one. TBH. Okay, this one. Cold pizza is better than hot. Do people agree with that? Because I feel like fresh hot pizza is so yummy. Cold pizza is good, but like fresh hot pizza? Anyways, I'm curious. I wish you could talk back so then we could be like yapping about this because I feel like I feel like I would love you guys talking back to me while I'm reading these hot takes and being like, yes, no, I totally agree. Or like, anyways, but you can't. So I'm just going to keep going. Sam's is better than Costco. And I got this one a couple of times. Yeah, dude, Sam's Club is getting up there, to be honest. I have a Sam's Club membership and a Costco membership. I like both stores for different reasons. I like that Sam's Club isn't as packed as Costco. And I like that you can you can buy in bulk, but it's not as big as Costco bulk. Like instead of getting 50 Rice Krispie treats, you can get a box of 25. Yeah, they just have like different types of products and portions of products. And their chip section is elite. They have a lot. They're not as big as Costco's chips, but they have a lot of flavors to choose from. And I do love chips. Oh, and their snack and candy section is off the chain. I will say that. But I feel like their clothes and stuff are just as good as Costco. So really, Sam's and Costco are like the same to me. But I will go for like items at Costco and I'll go to Sam's Club for like other items. Oh, yeah, I can agree with this next one. Coconut water is nasty. Yeah, dude, I don't really love coconut water. Kala actually drinks it. But yeah, people like love coconut water and for why, I don't know. Okay, next. Harry Styles gives me the ick. Oh man. I don't have a comment for that one. Pineapple belongs on pizza, and I got that one a couple of times. I like pineapple on pizza, but I'm not going to order it. Like, if it's there, I'll eat it. But if not, I'm just, like, getting pepperoni or cheese, to be honest. I have been, like, on, like, a chicken bacon ranch kick. So, but anyways, I feel like you either think pineapple belongs or you don't think it does. So, Kala does not think pineapple belongs on pizza. I feel like most Hawaiians don't think it belongs on pizza. So, anyways. Okay, this next one I totally agree with. In-N-Out fries are gas. I like In-N-Out fries. I be buying them. I be dipping them in. I will say they're not good plain. Like I have to be dipping them in ketchup. But if they're like hot and fresh, I'm about that. Um, but I can also understand if you're like, for why? Because yeah. But I think they're good too. Okay, this next one I had a couple times as well. Apple Music is better than Spotify. I've had both. I've had Apple Music and Spotify. Currently, we have Spotify. But yeah, they both do the trick. They both do the trick. I like that on Spotify I can listen to like podcasts and music, but like there's two different apps for that for Apple. Anyways, I really have no opinion on that. This next one kind of surprised me. Paris is a terrible place to travel to. Because I've always kind of wanted to go. I think I will go just to like see it for myself and like make my own opinions about it. But anyways, I will say I've been seeing like people post about Paris because I think they're getting ready for the Olympics and like there's like a bunch of like construction going on and like metal fences up and things, and it's like not looking very like cute and aesthetic. But that's how I feel like Greece was. I went to Athens and I was like, yo, they did not prepare me for this. Athens was like the most ghetto place I've ever been to. And I've been to Detroit and Cleveland, and yeah, Athens is like on another level. But I enjoyed myself. But it was like shocking. Anyway, so I kind of like, since I've had that experience, I kind of just like know there's going to be good and bad wherever I travel to. And that like if I travel to somewhere and it's like elite and the most beautiful place everywhere you look, that's awesome. But like since traveling to Greece, I'm like, every place has like its good and bad. So I still want to go to Paris, but like I was surprised that someone had that opinion or like hot take. Next, Little Caesars is good pizza. I will say, me and Kalal live next to the best Little Caesars in all of America. It's literally always fresh, always good, always yummy. Like we have never gotten a pizza that we thought was nasty from Little Caesars. And we tell people that. We're like, I know we're getting pizza from Little Caesars, but like we have the best Little Caesars around. So that made me LOL when I read that one. But I will say I've had some terrible Little Caesars. And it like makes me not want to get Little Caesars, but now that we live next to a good one, we be buying Little Caesars. People who go out of their way to hate Taylor Swift are weirdos. Okay, for this one, I think that anyone who goes out of their way to hate on anyone for liking something is just kind of like, okay, like whatever. Just because it's like I don't have enough energy to like hate on people. Like I don't buy Legos, but I'm not going to hate on people for buying Legos and like setting up Lego sets. I've never seen Star Wars, but I'm not going to hate on people who love Star Wars. And like the list can go on and on and on. So anyways, and I'm sure like there's been times where I'm like, oh my gosh, why did someone like this? I'm like, at the end of the day, I'm like, really, it's not that serious. And people like what they like, and it is what it is. Yeah, people who go out of their way to hate on people who like stuff is just like, let people live. Let them live. Healthcare should be free. Agreed. Next, Marvel movies are overhyped. I've seen a couple. I think it's overwhelming. Cause like I've seen a couple and like they all connect in some way, I think. And so I've seen like an Iron Man movie, and I've seen like Ant-Man, and I've seen like a Spider-Man movie. But I haven't like is Spider-Man? Yeah, Spider-Man's Marvel. But I've never watched them from like the first Marvel movie to like the latest Marvel movie. And I feel like that's a big job. And so I'm just like, rather not. But like I said, if you like Marvel, pop off King and Queen, like do your thing. But I'm just like overwhelmed with all the movies that I have to watch and like to keep track of like all these things. But yeah, I don't think Marvel movies are like overhyped because I don't ever hear like that much about them. I know people love Marvel, but it's not like thrown in my face like, whoa, that's a lot. Anyways, we'll keep going. TV shows need to have subtitles. um, I don't watch movies or TV shows with subtitles, but like if they're on and it's like whatever. I don't know how I feel. I don't have an opinion about subtitles though. But I feel like you either love subtitles or hate subtitles. But I feel like a lot of people like love subtitles. So I'm curious to know, like, are you a subtitles person or are you not a subtitles person? Oh, next one. Agreed. Teachers need to be paid more. Teachers should be paid like one of the highest salaries like in America. Like they should be up there with like lawyers and doctors. Because they are literally teaching like up and coming generations, and I think we don't take it seriously enough. And I feel like we need to have a lot more jobs within the school system for helping teachers and like getting jobs done, so teachers have less and can like focus more of their energy on the kids right in front of them. So I'm passionate about that for sure. Teachers do a job that no one wants to do, and teachers are doing a job they don't want to do. So many teachers are leaving teaching because they don't have like the support and like people like helping them with this job. And I don't blame them. I don't blame them for leaving. But then it's like we're what? We're going to be in charge of homeschooling all our kids when there's like no more teachers? Which I'm like, if it comes to that, it comes to that. So, but I agree with that. This kind of goes with the teachers need to be paid more. Parents are worse than the kids. I think that I have a friend who's a teacher, and some kid will like get in trouble like for a valid reason, and the parents will like call and like be ballistic and be like, "What, my kid?" And it's like, how about you just like, kids can suck sometimes. Kids can like make a bad decision and like they get reprimanded for like the bad behavior. And like, why can't you just like, don't get me wrong, there's probably times when like the teacher's out of line or whatever, but how about we just like ask a few questions and like not be crazy? So, okay, this one was written in by a man, and he said, I enjoy my flip flops. Oh, man. I don't really have an opinion about that. Wear the flip flops if you want them. Don't wear the flip flops if you don't want to wear them. It is what it is. Okay, next. Sandals / Crocs and socks don't mix. I disagree. I love socks. I'm a socks girly. Socks are cozy. I love socks and sandals. I love socks and Crocs. Yeah, I do love a good sock and Croc moment. I love a sock and sandal moment. But I feel like that's like a love or hate type of thing, and I love it. Olives and pickles are trash. I agree with that. I like black olives that like come in a can, but that's it. Like real olives, like fancy ones, like on charcuterie, I do not like. Pickles, never have. I don't know if I ever will. Okay, this next one I love, 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 love. Avocados are just slimy and bland, and people that like them are liars. I don't like avocado. I mean, I'll eat it, but I don't love it. I'm a big texture person. Like, I don't like bananas because they're already like mushed up and like soft. It's like weird. I don't love. And like I feel like avocados fall under that for me as well. The texture and like, yeah. Anyways, when someone wrote that, I was like, I feel validated. Next, model train sets are cool. If you like that, dude, sick. If you don't like it, no worries. Like what you like. Disney is for adults too. Facts. But I'm also a Disney adult, so it'd be like that for me. I will say I have some friends who are like, I will never go to Disney. And I'm like, for why? For why? Because if you go, we will ride some fun rides and we'll eat some good food. Like, you don't gotta dress up, you don't gotta get ears, nothing. You just gotta show up, ride rides. But like I said, maybe people just don't like amusement parks or whatever. So it's like not that serious. So I just need to get over it. Like, some friends just don't want to go and it'd be like that. So But that doesn't mean I don't have to go, so I will be going. Stanleys are overrated and one is enough. Dude, Stanleys had me in a chokehold for sure. And then I realized it and then I stopped buying them. But then your girl got a hydro jug and her life was changed. My sister-in-law Rachel, she told me about hydro jugs. And I love it. Like I said, you can like tip it over. It won't leak or anything. You can put it in your backpack, whatever. It's great. So I am not a Stanley person. I am a hydro jug girly. I will say I have a friend who still has like all her hydro flasks, and hydro flasks also had a chokehold on me too. Anyway, so I'm curious. Do you still use your hydro flask? Are you a Stanley person? Are you a hydro jug person? I wish you guys could tell me. Next. Hot coffee is better than iced. I feel like for me, as long as like I don't drink coffee, but if I did, I would want all the add-ins. Like, give me the creamer, give me the caramel drizzle, give me like the chocolate sauce, whatever, the whipped cream on top. That's what I would want. Whatever, if you can get that in hot coffee, if you can get that in iced, I'll do whatever I can get to get all the fun add-ins. Next, Parks and Rec is better than The Office. I can't really have an opinion on that because I've only seen The Office, but I do love The Office. But I need to give Parks and Rec a try. I do like a lot of like the people who are in Parks and Rec, so I feel like I would like it. But I'm like, would I like it better than The Office? I don't know. So I feel like I need to watch it and report back. Not everyone needs to go to college. Facts. I 1000% agree with that. Okay, this next one. Naps are for kids. Dude, I love me a good nap, for real. I love laying in my bed and having my pillow and being cozy. And I love a good power nap. I love a good nap that you just like wake up and you're like, wow, I feel like I'm alive again. I love that. Christmas should be celebrated all year round. I feel like Kala would love that. I like that Christmas has its time. It feels more special to me when Christmas has like its month, you know? I will say Christmas could be a little longer. I will say that. Okay, here's another. Here's this one. If they don't serve me or touch my bag, I don't tip. Tipping culture has gone way too far in this country, except for coffee baristas. I will say tipping has gone like kind of crazy. Like I feel like when we're at like a sit down restaurant and like we're getting served, I feel like they deserve like a big fat tip. I tip when I can. I tip if I feel like, wow, this was like amazing, great service. I tip. So I don't know. Facebook Reels are just as funny as Instagram Reels. I feel like if you post an Instagram Reel, it posts it to Facebook. If it's like linked up, your Facebook account is linked up to your Instagram account. I don't know. So I feel like, yeah, that is the same. But also, I don't get on Facebook because it's boring and like, I do not vibe with Facebook. I've talked about Facebook before. I feel like it's just like old opinionated people. So I feel like, yeah, you're probably watching the same stuff on Facebook as Instagram if like your For You pages are like the same. Okay. Next one. Also kind of touchy subject. Children shouldn't be allowed to use electronic devices until they are older. I don't know how I feel about this because I don't have any children. And a lot of my nieces and nephews don't have like tablets or electronics or things. Like they're still young enough where like they don't have cell phones or anything. But I will say I'm listening to that ADHD 2.0 book and they were saying that like, yeah, electronics have been like messing with our brain and things and like, but I don't know like much research on any of it to comment. So, I'm curious what people think about that. Cause like, don't get me wrong. If I was going on an airplane, I would definitely make my life depend on that iPad for my kid. So it would like not be bothering everyone on the flight because I feel like people hate on kids so much on flights that like it's made me scared to fly with kids. So I will be doing anything to keep my kid occupied and chilled out on a flight so people don't hate me. Next, four-way rolling suitcases are dorky and make you look bad. Because that's funny because I think the opposite. I think the two-way rollers, I'm like, yo, what's with the bag from the 90s, dude? They got like ones that are like way easier to pull. Because I feel like when you're pulling a bag with two wheels and it like falls onto its side and then it's like, then you have to like turn around, readjust your bag, keep going. Like, I feel like the four wheels just make it easier to move and like maneuver. So it's funny that they thought that because, like, dude, I'm thinking about that about the two rollers. Next, Dunkin' is better than Starbucks. Again, I don't drink coffee, so I'm not sure. I can't weigh in on that. Maybe I should go try Dunkin's hot cocoa and then Starbucks hot cocoa and report back. But I don't think there's a Dunkin' in Utah anymore. There used to be two. There used to be one on like 72 and one like on 400 South in Salt Lake City, but they're both closed down. So, anyways, if people in Utah, if you're getting Dunkin', is because you're going on a trip, or is there one here that we can go to? Oh, this one I agree with. There should be an age limit on driving. Facts. Because I was driving one day and there was this old lady. I swear to you, she probably couldn't see over her steering wheel. And I was like, ma'am, why are we driving? Why are we driving if we cannot see over the steering wheel? And that was a little spooky to me. So yes, I agree. I also agree with this next one. Costa Vida is better than Cafe Rio. So in Utah, there's this like kind of like a fast food Mexican style restaurant. It's like fresh. It's kind of like Chipotle. They like make salads and burritos and tacos and all the things. But they're pretty much the same thing. But one is better and Costa Vida is better. It used to be Cafe Rio was better, but now Cafe Rio is like going downhill and their service and like food is just like not as good. And I feel like Costa Vida is up. So I do agree. Oh, I agree with the next one. Crumble is mid, and a few people said that. I agree. Crumble used to be so good, and now it's just like so crap. I never crave it. I never want it. If there's crumble at my house or at a place that I'm at, I like don't feel like I need to try it. I'm like, I know what it tastes like. It's not that. It's not. It's mid, like they said. And Kala agrees too. He's like, crumble's trash. We do like this new spot called Crave, and we love Crave. So that's our cookie spot if we need like a cookie fix. Next, mornings are better than evenings. I feel like if I'm up early, then I'm like more productive, and I agree with that. But then there's days where I'm like evenings, I'm like so productive and getting so much done. So I feel like I don't have any opinions on that. I feel like I like mornings sometimes and I like evenings sometimes. Megan Trainor's songs all sound the same. Now that I read that, I'm like, yeah, kind of. So now I have to go listen to all their songs and see if they all sound the same. But like now that I'm thinking about it, they probably do. Oh, this next one. Okay, we have two more left. The Twilight series is actually very good. Art doesn't have to be perfect to be enjoyable. So I actually can't comment because I've only seen like the first Twilight movie. So I need to binge watch Twilight and like see what I think. But I was also thinking that okay, normally I'm like people like remake movies all the time over and over and over and there's like no original ideas anymore and that's like it's always like number 1, number 2, number 3 and it's like why are we making so many of these movies? But I will say with the technology that we have these days, if they remade Twilight, it could be so good, I bet. But I need to go watch the old Twilight, so. But does anyone agree? Like, if they remade Twilight, like, you don't have to touch Harry Potter. Harry Potter is perfect. No one needs to remake that. But, like, if you remade Twilight and, like, we have the technology to, like, make it cool, I bet we could. Anyways. Okay, last one. Target is just overpriced Walmart. Same quality, different packaging, and more expensive. I will say Walmart is popping off lately, but when I go to Walmart, like for clothes, like I feel like a lot of influencers are posting about Walmart things, but when I go to Walmart, where are those things? Like you have to buy it online Walmart if you want it. when you go in store, there's never clothes, or if there are clothes, it's like plain $3 t-shirts that like the quality, or like there's never like cool shoes in the shoe section. I never even look, to be honest. Um, but like they have like good house stuff, and I like Walmart. But like if I'm going to like try and find an outfit or like some like clothes for something, I'm gonna go to Target, because I feel like even though it's picked over and like always messy, at least like they have options. But yeah, I will say Target does feel like the quality is going down in some things, but not all things. But I did love this episode. I loved reading your hot takes. I thought they were great. But I am curious to see, like, I wanted some of your opinions, like, in the moment when I was reading them. So, but I'll have to take this to Instagram. I'll have to make a post to see, like, if you guys agree, if hot coffee is better than iced coffee, and if Apple Music is better than Spotify. There's a few that I really want to know what you guys think. So, meet me over on Instagram. We'll probably yap a little bit over there, and I can see some of your guys' opinions and hot takes. So it means a lot to me that you guys would participate in this episode and go write some of your hot takes. So again, thank you so much. I'm so grateful for you guys, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye.